Let's be real, we're facing a planet-sized problem with plastic. It feels overwhelming, right? But what if the solution, or at least a big part of it, could start in a single classroom? Well, today, we're going to dive into this amazing playbook designed for educators that shows exactly how a school can become a real catalyst for change. So first, we've got to wrap our heads around the core of the issue, what we can call the plastic paradox. It's this completely wild imbalance between the few minutes we actually use a plastic item and the centuries it sticks around, cluttering up our planet. And wow, this slide just lays it all out there. Think about it. A plastic bag gets used for, 12 minutes on average, but it haunts our environment for 20 years. That plastic straw from your soda, 200 years. That thing will literally outlive you, your kids, and their kids. The math it doesn't add up. So it really makes you think, doesn't it? That plastic bottle you might be drinking from right now, or the toothbrush you used this morning, how long are those things actually going to be on this planet? 500 years. Let that sink in. That's for a single plastic toothbrush. And here's the crazy part. Every single plastic toothbrush you have ever used in your entire life still exists somewhere. And a plastic water bottle isn't much better, clocking in at 450 years. That bottle is going to be here long, long after your great-great-great-grandchildren are gone. It's just a staggering reality, and it's the price we're paying for a few moments of convenience. So that's the bottom line, right? This huge mismatch. We get a few minutes of use, and the environment gets a burden that lasts for centuries. But you know what? Acknowledging the problem is the first step, and the next is finding a smart, focused way to actually do something about it. And this is where this handbook gets absolutely brilliant. It doesn't just throw the problem at you, it borrows a framework from this powerful global movement and turns it into a local, totally achievable, school-based initiative. So, what is Plastic-Free July? It's this awesome global movement that challenges people to refuse single-use plastics for a whole month. And this guide cleverly adapts that energy for the classroom, giving students and teachers a really tangible goal to work towards together. Okay, so how do you actually pull this off in a school? This is where the handbook stops being just an idea and becomes a real playbook. It breaks the entire thing down into a super simple, memorable 4-step plan. All right, here's the game plan. Step 1, you introduce the why behind the whole challenge. Step 2, and this is the magic part, you weave the lessons into the subjects you're already teaching. Step 3, you set up fun, school-wide challenges. And finally, step 4, you celebrate everyone's hard work with a big plastic-free event. See? Simple, clear, and really effective. And we're not talking about complicated challenges here. We're talking about things like Bring Your Own Bottle Day or Plastic-Free Breakfast Week. These are easy-to-do actions that get the whole community involved, from students to teachers to staff, and it creates this amazing sense of shared purpose. But you know, what I think is maybe the most genius part of this whole plan, it's how it avoids being just one more thing for busy teachers to do. Instead, it integrates sustainability right into the subjects kids are already learning. This slide just shows you exactly what I mean. Over in an arts class, students could be designing these incredible awareness posters. And at the same time, in math class, they're running a cost analysis on selling eco-friendly ice pops. It's the same environmental theme, but it's being taught through completely different skills. So cool. And this creativity, it just spreads everywhere. In an art class, for example, students can create these amazing sculptures, turning what we call trash into treasure, all while learning about the impact of plastic on marine life. And it doesn't stop there. Over in music class, they can build their own instruments, like making shakers out of used plastic bottles, and learn about rhythm and sound by repurposing what would have just been thrown away. Literally every department can play a part. So when you get right down to it, this is about so much more than just cutting down on plastic waste for 1 month. It's really about cultivating a new mindset. It's about the long-term impact of empowering young people to see themselves as problem solvers. And I think the handbook's author just says it perfectly here. The commitment a school makes creates a ripple effect that goes way beyond the school walls. These lessons go home with the students, they spread to their families, and they actually start to change the entire community. And it all comes back to this, doesn't it? A single, simple choice that gets repeated by a lot of people. That's what a program like this really teaches, that our individual actions, when they're united by a common goal, are unbelievably powerful. So I'll just leave you with this thought to chew on.
This is a playbook for one school, for 1 month. Now just imagine scaling that up. What could your entire community, your entire city, achieve in a year? The potential, it's just enormous.